Yo guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to predict the Premier League table. I'm not really going to be showing you guys how my entire list, but I can give you guys a quick rundown later on or show it on the screen. But I would like to mostly speak about the top 5, maybe top 6, depends on how long the video becomes. We will be speaking about the relegated teams, the 3 teams that get relegated this season, the player with the most goals, the top assister, the breakthrough uh, player of the season, and as well as we might as well just chuck in the best young player of the season, best player of the season, underachieving and overachieving teams, and as well as maybe first managers that get sacked potentially. So let's get right into the video. And before any of that, I just want to say that if I do suddenly scream, I apologize because I got a rib fracture. So yeah, this video or this entire experience is going to be quite painful for me. But anyway, let's get right into the video. To start off, number 6, I think and I honestly believe that that spot will definitely be for, I think Newcastle might come 6th this season. And the reason for that is because of they might even come 7th. But the reason that I'm saying that is because of, the departure of maybe Alexander Isak going to Liverpool and not having that many players coming in. The only big star that I remember they signing is Elanga. So with that being said, they don't have the depth to have that many players, no, to be in that many competitions. They are as well not only in all the competitions that a football club is supposed to be in, but they're also in the Champions League. And the last time Newcastle were in the Champions League, they fell off dramatically. So I think the same thing will happen again this season, especially if Isaac leaves. And if he doesn't, then they probably will still be 6th. They haven't really gotten any new striker, and they haven't really gotten any new addition in general that really shocked me. And I can't lie, this is how I'm expecting for the Newcastle season to be, just very underwhelming. So Newcastle will be my 6th spot. For my top 5, this time is going to be quite tricky. I can't lie. The Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, all the City, all those 4 are quite good, and they have cemented their spot. So my 5th team this season will be, and it's quite a shocking one for you guys. But honestly, genuinely, heart on heart, I think it's going to be Manchester United. The reason for that is nothing other than that they got Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko, a whole new entire attack. They didn't just underperform last season; they were dreadful last season. And a little bit of my biasness might come into this because I love Manchester United. It's like my second team. So that might also be one of the reasons why I am predicting them as 5th. But also they have only one game a week mostly, except for the Carabao and FA Cup. But in general, they have one cup a game, no, one game a week. And the thing United lacked really badly last season was scoring goals. I think they were the bottom when it came to scoring goals. They did create to some extent, but they were just dreadful overall last season. The attackers didn't create enough, and they didn't score enough. And that was something they lacked very hugely. And this time around, they have changed the entire front 3, brought in Mbeumo, who had, I think, around 20 goals. Cunha, who is quite good and also had a very phenomenal season last year. And Sesko, who, me personally, I know of Sesko. He has been quite good for Leipzig. But he didn't have a very, very goal-centered season last season, but he was quite good overall. He's quite athletic, and he is a good hold-up player too. So I think overall this is going to be a great season for them. They also have Xerxes that can come from the bench and he can have that Firmino kind of esque spot. So I think United are going to be definitely in a good spot. They also have players such as Amad Diallo and Bruno Fernandes. So I do not think that they are going to be struggling that much this season. And I've seen a lot of good bits from them in this preseason. So yeah, my fifth spot is definitely going to Manchester United. And for some of you guys who think where is Spurs, I genuinely think Spurs will probably come either sixth or seventh, depending on if Isaac stays or leaves. And this all depends on just how Newcastle will play. And for now, I would just unfortunately put Spurs in seventh, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come sixth or fifth. But for my prediction, it will be sixth. Will come to Newcastle or Spurs, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards Spurs while speaking. If Isak leaves, it's definitely Spurs. If Isak doesn't leave, yep, I'm giving it to Newcastle. For the fifth spot, it's United, and for my top four, it's actually quite easy and quite quick one. I believe that Chelsea will come fourth. They are developing quite quickly and quite good, and they have been quite efficient in the transfer market, bringing players such as Delap and Joao Pedro, and also maybe getting rid of Jackson. I'm a little bit uncertain there. Jackson has been quite good for them. Me personally, I like Jackson, so I wouldn't really put any shit on him or on his name, put dirt on his name. So I think Jackson, he is a good player, but it's an upgrade when you bring in Joao Pedro, who was doing quite well for Brighton. And that's why I'm thinking that Chelsea will comfortably be fourth this season. They are playing quite good in general. I like what I've seen from them in the Club World Cup or whatever that thing is called. I don't like that. It's not because I'm a Bayern fan, but I just don't like that competition in general. It's just a money-hungry competition. But overall, I think Chelsea have shown me enough that they will come fourth this season. Might even come third if I wouldn't be surprised. But they are definitely fourth this season. For my third position, it will definitely be Arsenal. Unfortunately, yes, a lot of people are thinking, why do I think Arsenal? The reason for that is because of how obnoxious Manchester City are being this transfer season. They've gotten rid of players such as Kevin De Bruyne. They've gotten rid of They're trying to get rid of Edison as we speak. Savinho is also might leave to Spurs. So a lot of movement in the transfer market for Manchester City, but they're also bringing in players such as Cherky, Reinders, two good players that were one of the best players in their respective clubs last season. And even though they don't have Rodri to begin with, I think Reinders is going to do quite well and he will uphold himself. And they might even bring in Rodrigo as we speak. I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but there was some talks that Rodrigo might go to City. And wow, having the team that they have, Haaland, let's not forget that, he had underwhelming season last season. I mean, he did score quite a lot of goals, but it was quite underwhelming. We expected more from him, but it just happens. And I don't think that Haaland will stay the same this season. I think he will actually perform much, much better. And that's why I think that Manchester City will be much, much above than Arsenal. Arsenal have just brought in Gyökeres and Madueke. I think those are the only two, and Zubamendi too. Those three, I mean, it's a very good. I want to say it's a very good transfer market for them this summer, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's enough to push them over. Yes, they brought in Gyökeres, but I don't know, man. It's not moving me. It's not moving me as much as the other teams are. And bear in mind, I might hate Arsenal fans, but the team and the players, I actually quite like them to some extent. They, having the players such as Timber. I've always loved Timber ever since he was in Ajax. I loved him. I really wanted him to come to Bayern Munich. I remember when we brought in Mazurawi and Gravenberch, I was like, man, we have to bring in Timber too, man. So yeah, man, I really love them. I really love Arsenal in general. They have Declan Rice, who is actually a phenomenal 6/8 They're now bringing in Zubamendi. I mean, I haven't really seen much from him. When I saw him play against United, it was really underwhelming, but he might just be good. And let's not forget about Saka. But to be honest, if they bring something on the left, this might be, they might win the league, but you know, with the team that they have and still wanting to start Martinelli or Madueke, I don't think they have that push that can give them the league title. So I think it's going to be very close between City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. But unfortunately, Arsenal will be just a little bit below, making Arteta maybe even get sacked this season because of him being underwhelming. But I would not push for an Arteta out. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would not be pushing for an Arteta out. But yeah, Arsenal is third in my prediction. For number 2 spot, I believe that Manchester City will take it. The reason for that is Liverpool. It's just Liverpool right now. They are. Let's speak a little bit about Liverpool instead, because I spoke a lot about Manchester City and why I think they will be above Arsenal. Liverpool, my God, you know, just having Salah alone is enough. But you know, I don't think Frimpong is gonna be that great as a defender. But if when you have Frimpong and Salah on one side, defensively, it's gonna be shaky for them. That left hand side for that right hand side for the players is gonna, for the other team, they are gonna enjoy it. Anyone who is a left winger is gonna enjoy meeting Frimpong. But I think they just have more. They just have more. Unfortunately, they have more depth. They have more firepower. They just brought in Florian Wirtz, one of the best players from the Bundesliga this previous season. He was, I mean, I wouldn't say he's better than Musiala, but he did perform quite well for Leipzig. No, I mean for Leverkusen. And let's not even forget that Florian Wirtz was supposed to go to Bayern Munich. And when a team such as Bayern Munich is interested in a player, take the opportunity and take the player. Especially if he's from the Bundesliga or he's playing currently in the Bundesliga, take that player, sign him up. Point is, I think Liverpool are just going to win the league, unfortunately. If they bring in Isaac, it's game over. They have Ekitike, who is very eki-teki. We also have on the right side Salah. On the left, it's crazy. Florian Wirtz can do this number 10 / maybe even go on the wing or like drift to the left. Like I've always preached that might be the game plan for Bayern Munich if Musiala and Wirtz play, and Olise, how they're going to play together. And I said that Florian Wirtz might drift a little bit to the left and Musiala might stay as the 10. But I think that's maybe the way they're going to play, or they might just play standard and make maybe Ekitike on the left hand side, but not too left side, but more centrally, so he will be a little bit more like a left forward. But the point is, Liverpool are stacked. You know, they have Alisson in the back. They might get Mark Guehi. Liverpool are just, I don't know what they're doing or where they got the money from, but they are moving brazy. And I think Liverpool will, I won't say comfortably, but Liverpool will win the league. And if they don't, City might win the league. But right now, my current standing on the top 5 will be Liverpool number 1. Number 2 is Manchester City. Number 3 is Arsenal. Number 4 is Chelsea. Number 5 is, I would love to say Spurs because they are so much better, but United for the biasness. Number 6, fuck it. We're just derailing Newcastle away and we're going to say Spurs. And number 7 is Spurs. So I'm taking back everything I said about Newcastle earlier. I'm saying something about 6th, and I'm going to put Spurs there. We are changing the game. And you know why is that the case? Because I own the channel. I'm changing it. I'm changing it mid-video. What are you going to do about it? You heard me waffle about Newcastle for 3, 4, 5, 4 minutes just for me to change them. Now what? Enjoy. And, you know, let's speak a little bit about Spurs then. Spurs, I think they're going to get to 6th. Why? Mohamed Kudus. Why? Matisse Teo. Anyway, let's go and speak a little bit about the relegated teams. To be honest, I don't think all 3 teams are going to fall off. But there is three teams that I'm looking at right now that I think are gonna fall off, in no particular order. Unfortunately, it's gonna be Brentford, Burnley, and Leeds. For Leeds' case, it's a little bit more about managerial problems rather than the team itself. But there's too many gaps in the Leeds team. They don't have a striker. They don't have a left winger. It's quite wide open in Leeds team. They haven't really invested anything during this transfer season. From what I've seen, I don't believe that they are really ready and equipped to play in the Premier League. So I might even say that they might come rock bottom. Burnley, I don't think they haven't done that much either, so I think they will also get relegated. But Brentford is I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed, but it's up there in the relegation spot. And the reason for that is Wissa wants to leave, and Mbeumo left. Those two were major factors as to why they came where they came last season. I think they had in total maybe 66 goals, and out of those, 50 something goals were between Wissa and Mbeumo. And those two were the main contributors to the team, and both of them are going to maybe leave. I think Wissa is really pushing for a leave, and Mbeumo left. So just for that, I don't see any hope for Brentford. Unfortunately, I don't see any hope for Brentford, and that's why I'm definitely saying those three will get relegated. But that's just the game. Moving on, my top scorer prediction, unfortunately, is going to be a little bit boring. I think Haaland will score the most goals. I don't think Salah will be up there in numbers. Reason for that is just from how I saw how they played the preseason and how they've been playing in the Community Shield game. I saw that Salah was, I wouldn't say he just became a normal winger, but he is not being prioritized as much this season. I think the goals will be a little bit more spread across the board instead of one main person will get all the goals, compared to all the other seasons where Salah was the main man. I don't think this season he will be the main man for Liverpool, but I don't think he will get the same amount of goals. And reason for that is having better players playing with him, Wirtz, Ekitike, and maybe even Isak. And especially if Isaac comes, then unfortunately Salah won't be having those crazy 30 plus goals seasons again. So I think it's going to be Haaland. I think the way that City is set up right now, it's looking like a team that will mainly trying to service Haaland. Having Cherki and Foden playing together from what I can see, and maybe even having Doku play. I'm just seeing a lot of trying to service a lot and focus a lot on Salah and Haaland scoring. So I think and I believe that Haaland will be the top scorer, and that's just based on the way the structure of the teams are going to be built, and having even Aït coming in now from as a right back. I can't see any other way that Haaland can be the top scorer. It's literally just based on the way the system is looking and how all the teams have been looking the preseason games, and it just looks like this is a very highly service-based team for Haaland, and it's just right there. It just makes sense. So that's my prediction on that, and my top assister this season, surprisingly, it might be Saka. It might either be Saka or it might be Salah. The reason I think Salah is because I think he's gonna change his play style, where he's gonna be more, service based player, and he'll get more assists towards, the attackers. Ekitike, he might even give it to Wirtz. I think he will have a lot of second assist, which is the pass before the assist. He will be because I think Salah he will have a huge contribution to the goals, but I wouldn't say he will have the assist all the time. While as in City, the way I'm thinking, City, I can't see any other way that is getting serviced. So it's going to be either Salah or Bruno Fernandes. This might look horrible, but you know what? I'm gonna say Bruno Fernandes. That's my decision. And the reason I'm thinking that way is because you have three players, three attackers in front of you: Cunha, Mbuemo, and Sesko. Sesko isn't really a player that wants to give a lot of assists. He's a very goal-driven player. Cunha and Mbuemo are very, I wouldn't say selfish because they can give assists, but they would prefer to score instead of giving an assist. So by that logic, I can see Bruno Fernandes gain a lot of assists. And if United are trying to get fifth, I wouldn't be surprised if they become the top assisters. So for that, I will give the top assist to Bruno Fernandes actually, and Salah getting quite close to that. That's my prediction. For the best manager prediction, honestly and genuinely, I really believe that this season it's probably gonna be given to Arne Slot. I think the way the team is set up, they have to win the league pretty much. So I think if they win the league, it's gonna be Arne Slot. But Pep Guardiola is quite close second. But I think genuinely, I think it's gonna be Arne Slot. Maybe even Ruben Amorim. Maybe even Ruben Amorim. Breakthrough star prediction. That's a very good question. Breakthrough star prediction. I don't really know. I think most of the top six teams have already an established player, but a player that might just get his wings stretched, it might just be Matisse Tell. I don't know. It might be a biasness once again because of Bayern, but I can see the potential in Matisse Tell. You know, if he gets developed correctly, he gets used in the best possible way. He was supposed to be better than Dewey. So if he can get the same amount of development as Dewey got, then I think Matisse Tell might just have that breakthrough season. Even though he's young and he can be young player of the season, I don't think he will be that. I think he would just have he would just have a breakthrough season. But the best young player, oh, that's a very good question. I don't know, man. I think it might go to Ekitike. I don't know if he is eligible for it. If he's eligible, then I think it might be him, or he just misses it. Okay, he just barely misses it. Then if that's the case, then I actually think it's gonna be Lewis Kelly. I think he's gonna be Lewis Kelly. It's a very boring one, but I think Lewis Kelly will be the best. I think Lewis Kelly will be the best left back. No, I think he will be the best young player. Honestly, Lewis Kelly is just too good of a player. I think he will really grow into his role a bit more, and he will contribute a bit more to Arsenal. So I think Lewis Kelly will definitely get that breakthrough season as well as being the best young player. But Matisse Tell will be my player for the breakthrough, but Lewis Kelly will be that player that gets that, you know what I'm saying? That gets that young player of the season award, you get me? Honestly, I think breakthrough star is Matisse Tell, man. He just set up for it, but I think Lewis Kelly is definitely going to be the young best player. And the best player, once again, is going to Haaland. I actually think this one might go to Salah. Ah, fuck. For the best player of the Premier League, I think this one is quite obvious if I have Liverpool winning. Of course, Salah might be the one that's going to get top goal scorer. It just makes sense. I think Salah is the best player in the league. And if Liverpool win and he contributes the way I think he will contribute, and if people vote based on the way I see the game, I think Salah will be the best player, hands down. And you know, I'm speaking like this right now, but I'm telling you, I'm speaking with a lot of conviction right now. And the reason of that is because of having Salah being a lot of the second assist. He will be contributing a lot to the games. He will be creating a lot of big chances. This guy is in his servicing bag. I don't think he will get a lot of goals like I previously mentioned, but I really think that Salah will be the best player. And the overachievers for this season will be Manchester United because of me predicting them to come 5th. You know, they were 15th or 16th last season. It makes sense, you know. And the underachievers, I really genuinely think it's going to be Arsenal. I really think it's going to be Arsenal. And the reason for that is because, you know, their expectation now is to win the league. And if they don't win the league, it's pretty much a horrible one. It might even be, you know, no. My underachievers is actually, my underachievers for this season is going to be Newcastle. The reason for that is because, you know, with the loss of Isaac, it's going to be very hard to, you know, fill in the gap. And if Isaac doesn't leave, then I still think it's going to be Newcastle because of, based on just previous experience and how I've seen them be, I don't think they can. I don't think they can do it again. I don't think they can come 4th, 5th comfortable, especially playing this many competitions and not having the depth for it. I really genuinely don't think Newcastle are going to be achieving anything good, or the expectations is top 4, so I don't think they're going to get that. I think they will be 7th maybe, if they're lucky, 6th if Isaac stays. So I really think the underachievers is going to be Newcastle. And yeah, man, that's it for the video, you know. I don't think I want to speak a little bit, but I don't really want to speak about, you know, sacking or anything like that, because I don't really care about managers. Probably going to be Daniel Farke once again, but I don't really care. I don't really care, man. So yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what your predictions are. Did I make sense in this prediction? Let me know, because I honestly believe, genuinely, hand on heart, I think what I'm saying is true and I'm cooking, but I don't know if people believe what I'm saying. But yeah, this is the list of the top 6. It's going to be, you know, Spurs 6th, Manchester United 5th, Chelsea 4th, 3rd is Arsenal, 2nd is Liverpool, and no, 2nd is City, and 1st is Liverpool. My top goal scorer is going to be Haaland. My top assist is going to be Salah, no Bruno Fernandes, and the best manager is going to be Slot, and my breakthrough star is going to be Matisse Tell. My best young player is going to be Lewis Kelly. Best player is going to be Salah, and overachievers is going to be Manchester United, and underachievers are going to be Newcastle. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you. Yeah, let's not forget about the relegators. The relegators is going to be Brentford, Leeds, and Burnley. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you lot in the next one, which is going to be my Bundesliga prediction before the season starts. The season is going to start, I think, tomorrow. So I have to make that video too. And yeah, stay blessed, you lot. And subscribe, and hopefully I get better. I'm out for like 4, 5, 6 weeks because of, you know, yeah. But thank you guys for watching, and peace.